What it do, homies? We out here with some more Avenged Sevenfold. This time we are checking out Buried Alive. Let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up. Oh, yeah, this is official lyric video. Okay. You know, very interesting the way that kind of opened up, right? Especially when we get those visuals, like, you know, a story is about to be told, but first I must lay down this foundation of love, of lost loved ones, you know, because if you can kind of tell by the visuals right here, you can't tell where they are, but the lighting and everything, it looks really gloom and everything. It's almost kind of heartwarming, because you see like the hands reaching for each other, so you get a little sentimental, you know. You like, oh man, they died and everything, and then you see this just hellfire of stuff that just explodes beyond the scene, and then you like, oh wait a minute, all of a sudden that kind of thought of I don't know, it's just kind of whatever you was thinking about there at the beginning, combined with the visuals and what they were just playing, is just like, what am I thinking anymore? You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got my words together yet, but you just completely took me out of whatever I was thinking. Very nice intro. We've heard it tons of times before, you know, when listening to this, that they kind of give us nice little soft openings just to explode things. But this is the first time that I'm seeing an actual official video by Avenged Sevenfold. All up to this time, it's been mostly a live video, not animated, and just lyrics. So yeah, it's nice to get these type of videos because I get to see an official image into what the artist was actually thinking.
Screaming, I'm much too loud. Take a look in the distance, try and see it all.
Take the time to listen to the voices when they are much too loud, instead of just trying to silence it, because maybe these are what you need to actually be paying attention to, and not the stuff that's kind of just hidden like that. Maybe you need to pay attention to the noise, right? We tend to shut out the noise. It's too noisy. Voices are screaming, much too loud. The interesting thing is about to take the time to listen.
I'm much too loud. Take a look in the distance, try and see it all. Chances are that you might find that we share a common discomfort now. I feel I'm walking a fine line. Tell me only if it's real.
Okay. Much too loud. You might find that we share things in common. So instead of trying to differentiate myself, or, you know, isolate my issues to in a certain way that you cannot understand, if we take the time to just sit here and listen to each other's pain, you might find that we might be able to go through these type of things together, instead of striving through life, you know, separate of each other.
That we share a common discomfort now. I feel I'm walking a fine line. Tell me only if it's real. Still I'm on my way, making all
the mouse endures the wheel, right? Endures the wheel, right? You could just stop and give up and let the wheel kind of take you, or you could just continuously keep trudging towards a never-ending path, right? Meanwhile, the mouse endures the wheel. See, we kind of got the same kind of format there, right? At the beginning, and then all of a sudden, boom, here it is, stage one, stage two. The chorus comes in, but it comes in with just so much force, as if I'm like I said, just going through the stage of like realization. Could be my emotions that's just 100%, just kind of getting more intense and more intense, as it usually does, especially if we're kind of like unstable. You know what I mean? Like if we got some mental issues, there are waves, right? Things where it gets really tough, and then small waves. So visually putting that there, right? His voice is so amazing, right? I gotta run that back. That was amazing. Okay. Kind of like I'm trying to escape, right? I'm trying to look for a way out. Feels like I'm buried alive. Meanwhile, as the mice endures the wheel, right? We're talking about the wheel that it's running on. It's not necessarily looking. I don't think mice really look for a way out. I think it's just on it just because it's a sense of progression. All right. But now I can't proceed. I am looking for a way out. I don't have that mentality of just, you know what I mean, pursuing towards nothing. I'm cursed with the gift of intelligence. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, buried alive, suffocating, feel like you can't deal with what's going on right now. Everything's suffocating. And, yeah. Okay. Just the mice endure the wheel is very interesting. And it seems I've been buried alive. I just realized how much I've been talking. Whoops.
I walked the fields through the fire, taking steps until I found solid ground. Followed dreams reaching higher, couldn't survive the fall.
Okay.
Much has changed since the last time, and I feel a little less certain now. You know I jumped at the first sign, tell me only if it's real.
Switch, okay? All right. Oh, we get two different types of solos. Okay. I had to research just a little bit because I find that I'm having trouble. Like I find I'm having trouble getting my thoughts correctly about what I think about this. So I had to look up, the mice endures will, because I understand what they're saying, but this just gives me a little bit more words, to use and everything, a better meaning. Metaphor for the repetitive and inescapable cycle of suffering and struggling that some individuals experience, akin to being trapped in a never-ending self-destructive loop. I think what I was mostly kind of just getting out of, because I do understand that, is because I don't think the mice knows that, you know what I mean? So that's ignorance, as opposed to having, this is what I said earlier, as opposed to having that knowledge, right? So if you compare that to, if you take a mice and you bury a mice alive, the mouse doesn't know it's buried alive. It just thinks about its situation. It thinks about the best way of kind of escaping. But if I know that what's the word, being trapped in a never-ending self-destructive loop, if I know that, right, I have that intelligence, then, and I'm continuing to keep go that way, even though everything I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it stop. That's terrifying. That really is. And some of us find ourselves in those situations, no matter how small and everything. So I wanted to look that up just so I can get a better sense, because I feel like my words just weren't connecting. It's been a long day at work, but let's keep it going. This is already 12 minutes right now.
A price for you alone. The only deal you'll find, I'll gladly take your soul. While it seems sick, sober up quick, psycho lunatic, crushing you with hands of fate. Seem to find out when it's too late, but you're all the same, trapped inside and fire.
Find out when it's too late.
Evil thoughts can hide. I'll help release the mind. I'll peel away the skin, release the dark within.
Damn it. Hey.
This is now your life. Strike you from the light. This is now your life. Die buried alive. This is now your life. What's it feel like? Strike you from the light. This is now your life. What's it feel like? Die buried alive. Let me take in your soul. This is now your life.
So
Die buried alive.
So, and to further hammer on the nature of buried alive and in the mouse and the wheel and everything, is that it's repetitive. So this is now your life. This is now your life. I'm pretty sure there's been times in life where we are having some really, really, we're in a messed up situation and everything. And then we try to envision ourselves kind of like in better positions. But we never physically, or maybe sometimes mentally gets there. Kind of stays as a daydream. And oftentimes we would unalive that idea ourselves by saying, that's never going to happen. You know what I mean? This is now my life. And you won't necessarily think that you're buried alive, but it's just a very good analogy on how you might feel like no matter what you do, you know what I mean? Especially if it's been that way all your life, where you try to do something and end up negative, it's kind of hard to fight your way through that, right? All you see, like I said, is darkness. All you see, you don't see any light. So this is how things are supposed to be. Right. So even if things get worse, I'm just going to pretty much move in autopilot. But anyways, 14-minute video. I think I have talked enough. I'm interested in knowing what you guys thought about this down in the comments. Dave's out.